say very simply is that make the new. What I would say very simply is that those of us who are born with this pigmentation have certain privileges, things we can take for granted. We have the safety, the security. So we don't want to lose this. Now, this also means that, and here's the unpleasant part, that so much of our safety, security status comes from putting down black people, saying we're not like them. We're Europeans. We're more highly evolved. We've got talents they don't have. And that's where you get, the flip side of this, which really is the ugly side of racism.
Well, how much does sex and sexuality really have to do with race relations, particularly between white men and black men?
Well, if you take white men and black men, let's take it two ways.
Okay.
If a white man is walking down the street and he sees a couple, a very attractive black man, really masculine, and with him a very attractive white woman, very white, we'll make her blonde, He looks at that woman and he wonders, this is the white man, what does she see in him? What do they do together? And it really drives us up the wall, because she's a woman who could choose, a white guy, but she chooses a black guy. And that really bothers us. And as a result, what we want to do is some way take that black man away, because we begin to say, hey, is she having a better time with him, in various ways than she can with me? And so he's competition for us. And you know how people react to competition.
Pose the question.
What I would say very simply is that those of us who are born with this pigmentation have certain privileges.
The elephant in the room, in any room, really, is Jacob against Esau. Esau, which is so-called white man. And well, first and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Makah HaKodash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Citations to Akim out there pushing his truth with sincerity and fearlessness. Shalom to the elect. Shalom to you few Aquathis in obedience to doing what you're supposed to do. All right. This is the synopsis of of Esau's jealousy of Jacob. Esau is jealous of Jacob's birthright. Esau is jealous of Jacob's blessings. All right. And he's always been jealous. All right. Through Esau's whole kingdom, Esau has been jealous of Jake at his lower state. All right. Jake is still outshining Esau in his kingdom, just being poor. All right. Because we are blessed. We got Pringles. A lot of us be blessed with Pringles cans. And, if you know what I'm talking about, Pringles can, that's your privy part. All right. We can, we deal with their women better. It happened in history. It happened with the Moors when they went to Europe and, took over Europe, and it is what it is. When Jake comes around, we are the most sought after. All right. And you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, we the most desired. All right. Esau's number one because he has the power. He's the head of this place. But in these times to come, the men of the Lord is going to be the Israelite men. All right. And Esau's women are not even producing with him in these times now, right now. They're not producing with him. They're not doing nothing. All right. They are just, they're just caught up into politics. They're caught up. They're not having babies like that. They're not having, loving on their women. Their women are turning on them. They're actually feeling that curse. That curse is coming upon them. All right. And what this man said, he was like, man, they go crazy. They go off the wall. They're so obsessed with the men, like if you look at this, look, this is, this is a page where I got this stuff, and it's just their women. It says, this is my favorite song because my ex asked me to never get with a black guy while I was breaking up with him. Look at that.
love you, black man. I 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 love you, black man.
What I would say very simply,
I love you, black man. 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 It feels a little fake and gay. I tell you guys, it feels a little fake and gay, and there will be no fakeness and no gayness in this investigation. I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fucking... I love you, black man. 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 I love you, black man.
And this is going on, and it's getting more in depth, man. You know, we're the kingdom is coming, man. Hey, the gospel is being preached. All right. The gospel is being preached on the four corners of the earth, you know, and there's nothing that this devil Esau, Edom, you know, and his minions or all, they cannot stop the kingdom and the true judges of this earth from taking the kingdom when it's time. All right. The kingdom is going to be taken, and you can see the dismantling spiritually of how the Lord is dismantling this kingdom, pulling down the strongholds as brothers is out there street preaching and enduring day by day, man. You know, hey, if we in that position, you know, stay what is study thy show approved and make thyself an acceptable man, roughly paraphrasing, man. You know, we are we up next. What what Eddie Murphy say on life? We up next. The upper room, nigga. Hey, we up next. You know, and you know he was talking about dying. You know, but we up Yasha Allah is up next, man. We up next, man. You know the truth ain't hard to you can't deny the truth around here. You know.
I love you, black man. I love you, black man.
It should never stop.
I love you, black man. I love you, black man. I love you, black man.
The Israelite man is capable of having multiple wives. The Israelite man is capable of managing many families. One big family, all right? And, you know, that's anything that's righteous is shot down in this society, all right? That's the righteous thing, but it has to be done righteously, of course. But that's going to be in the kingdom, man. We're going to have many wives, many children, you know, and all our wives are going to be beautiful, and they're going to be happy, and they're going to be back in their right mind, and we're going to have concubines, all right? The other nations, why women are going to be serving our wives. They're going to be serving us, all right? And this is how it's going to be a second, a lower level wife, you know, concubines. That's a natural thing. That's what goes on. That's what's going to go on in the kingdom, all right? And this is just a little microcosm that we see now, you know. They can't stop this.
I love you, black man. I love you, black man. I love you, black man. I love you, black man.
They can't stop this, man. Their daughters are having babies by Jake, searching out Jake. Some of these girls is Jake.
I love you, black man. I love you, black man.
You know, it is what it is, man. They can't stop it. They can't help themselves. It's all through the power of Yahweh Shah on them picking the dominant men, all right? They say the so-called black man, and you know we got the highest testosterone levels too. Even through them trying to attack us, all right? Trying to attack us when we babies, giving us terrible foods. All right? Yeah, it's right here. Black men have the highest testosterone levels of all male groups. All right? We are, you know what I mean? So, you know, even with them, like they sit there and they put aspartame in the corn. They put these chemicals in your cologne, you know. They put this bullshit in your soaps to shorten your penis size, to lower your testosterone levels. They do all this shit because we are the men, original. We are the men. The men of the Lord, not them 2/3 niggas, but the men of the Lord are the true men that once walked this earth and continue to walk this earth. Reincarnated, all right? No one could stop it. Not even Esau and his fucking pseudoscience attacks can stop the testosterone of the men, of the Israelite man. All right. They can't stop none of this shit. All right. And there's a perpetual hatred going on because that hatred with the man, what that man was talking about, man, it never left. Edom is devastated off of what's going on, man. Perpetual hatred. Yeah, when in the slavery days, Esau's wife will pop out and flirt with Jake and fuck on Jake because Jake had that Pringles can hanging out in the fields, hanging out. And the Edomite wife, slave master's wife, will pop out and try to have Jake take her down. You know, he risking his fucking life. All right. You know, that's what happened. You know, but that perpetual hate. Imagine all the dead brothers that got killed for look at Emmett Till. You know, he's just a microcosm of many young men that got killed. Many young men that got killed because of a white woman. You know, because of the jealousy of a fucking white woman. Them towns that Jake had before the coon ass Martin Luther King and Jesse Jackson came and tried to infiltrate shit, have us infiltrated and integrated, whatever. We had our own towns, we had our own stuff, but of course, this isn't our kingdom, so it wasn't gonna progress, you know. But you know, all they needed was a lie, of a jealous lie, to say Jake took down a white girl or some shit, and they took down all these towns, man. Black summer, red summer, all this shit, man. Put towns underwater, all types of stuff over their women. Their jealousy of a black man's success and penis. And all that shit, man. That's what they do. That's their spirit. All right. Ezekiel 35:5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. All right. Esau has done the most, and he's still jealous. So he's doing the most. Didn't that man say, he's like, man, when we see a handsome black man with a white woman, and we wonder, you know, she has a choice. She could have been with a white man, but she chooses to do with this brother. And we imagine, what the hell are they doing? They go off the Richter scale trying to figure out what the fuck is that black man doing that she, you know, that she's so attracted to it. So to a point where he wants to get rid of the black man, you know? And that's what the fuck this shit is, man. That blessing, it's that blessing that he's jealous of. He wants that blessing, that's the Jacob's blessing that the Esau gave up. All right. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, saith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. And Esau is continuously trying to destroy and kill Jake. All right. Complaining about immigrants, but why are they building multi-billion-dollar prisons and stuff like that? Because they want to put Jake in. They want to collect Jake. They want to collect you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. They don't want you niggas to populate and have sex with their wives and their women. You know, they women. You know, that's what the fuck is part of it is about, man. They complaining about not giving birth and all that stuff right now, man. They trying to fight, you know, what's that, Revelations 12:12. It's a repetitive, man. The message is repetitive, man. The message is totally repetitive. Revelations 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Esau's feeling that he's being revealed as the most wicked and most vilest. You know, he's trying to take down the history because he's ashamed of the history that we talking about. And they losing their women, all right? They're losing their women, man, all right? These guys, man, if even the guys that's with a woman, man, if that woman switch up on here, kill the whole family. That's how Esau get down, all right? You know, it's high time to awake out of sleep, man. You know, I'll be with Edomites, man, at work, man, and they get to talk about white girls like like white TV star girls like Hillary Duff or something like that. I love to be like, man, I'll fuck shit out of Hillary Duff. I put this big old Pringles can, I put this big motherfucker on Hillary. I be saying that they get quiet, and they act like it's funny. That shit ain't funny to them. They jealous. They a perpetual hatred towards Jake, man. Jake almost got to be careful how he be talking, especially in this kingdom, man. In this kingdom, you got to be wise, man. You got to be wise, because that devil, he wants to kill you. He wants to get you out of there, okay? You got to understand that, That devil got a perpetual hatred, man, and he wants to get you out of there, Jake. Out of there. That's how he want to do it. I'm going to play it one more again.
And it really drives him. What I would say very simply is that those of us who are born with this pigmentation have certain privileges, things we can take for granted. We have the safety, the security. So we don't want to lose this. Now, this also means that...
You hear him? He don't want to lose it. You got the safety, you got the privilege, and he's going to lose it. This kingdom is falling. He's losing it. I don't know when this was put together, this interview, but it wasn't around the time now. He's losing the grip. So imagine how they feel now.
Here's the unpleasant part, that so much of our safety, security status comes from putting down black people, saying we're not like them. We're Europeans. We're more highly evolved. We've got talents they don't have. And that's where you get, the flip side of this, which really is the ugly side of racism.
Well, how much does sex and sexuality really have to do with race relations, particularly between white men and black men?
Well, if you take white men and black men, let's take it two ways.
Okay.
If a white man is walking down the street and he sees a couple, a very attractive black man, really masculine, and with him a very attractive white woman, very white, will make her...
As you say, really masculine. That's why they put this homo sodomite shit in the spirit of Jake, man. That's why when you see Jake is like the face of sodomiteness, but Esau, that's his nature. That's why they push that shit, because they don't want you to be masculine. That shit, that shit puts fear in them. All right, that beard on your face and all, they don't like that shit, man. They want you to cut your face naked and be like a little boy, so they don't be intimidated, man. That masculinity, they push that, man. That's that Willie Lynch. They push toxic masculinity and all. That's Esau's science, man. To cut Jake's balls off, man. All right.
He looks at that woman and he wonders. This is the white man. What does she see in him? What do they do together? And it really drives us up the wall, because she's a woman who could choose.
Yeah, really, he's telling you it really drives him, and then he specifically said us. He's telling you what they really feel.
A white guy, but she chooses a black guy. And that really bothers us. And as a result, what we want to do is some way take that black man away, because we begin to say, hey, is she having a better time with him, in various ways than she can with me? And so he's competition for us. And you know how people react to competition.
Pose the question.
What I would say very simply is that those of us who are
Shalom.
born with this pigmentation,
I'm going to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makahakwadash. Hope this lesson was edifying. Until next time, Shalom.